So Emperor Palpatine was a clone? I just roll the damn footage. Let's go. Apparently, in the episode 9 Rise of Skywalker novelization, expanded edition, we find out that Palpatine is a clone. After we were led to believe in the movie that this was the original Palpatine from the original trilogy. I will never understand why some information from the novelization can't be put into the movie. And I get a movie can only be so long, but little 5-second dialogue or something to explain that this is not the original Palpatine would have been nice. But whatever. So real quick, I wanted to say shout out to Star Wars Theory because I follow him on Instagram. Also, I'm a big fan. So if you haven't checked out his channel, go check that out. He also has a Vader fan film that's really good if you haven't seen it. So I follow him on Instagram, and this is where he uploaded the novelization excerpt basically stating that Palpatine is a clone. His eyes were filmed over with milky blindness and valves punctured his neck. All the valves were empty of liquid save one, which was nearly depleted. Kylo peered closer. He's seen this apparatus before, too, when he studied the Clone Wars as a boy. The flowing liquid onto the living nightmare before him was fighting a losing battle to sustain the Emperor's putrid flesh. What could you give me? Kylo asked. Emperor Palpatine lived, after a fashion, and Kylo could feel in his very bones that this clone body sheltered the Emperor's actual spirit. It was an imperfect vessel, though, unable to contain his immense power. It couldn't last much longer. Everything, Palpatine said, a new empire. The creature raised his ruined hand. Kylo sensed him drawing on the Force, but before he could react, his surroundings disappeared. So, it's a clone. This is where we find out in the expanded edition. I'm not sure the novel is out yet, or at least the expanded edition. I believe this was leaked. Like somebody was able to get it early. They leaked it out, and then, people started posting it on Instagram. So not only do we find out that Palpatine is a clone, we find out that Palpatine's actual spirit is within the clone. And the reason Palpatine looked like crap in the movie is because his clone body cannot contain his power. His spirit and his power is so great that his clone body cannot handle that. And so his clone body is decaying. And the liquid that they have, going into the body can only do so much. But essentially, it's a clone. The clone's body cannot contain the spirit and the power that is Emperor Palpatine. And so I will never understand why they couldn't just let us know in the movie. So I don't know, but I feel okay about I think the whole trilogy is okay. I thought Force Awakens was cool for, a first movie. I did not like Last Jedi, even though I thought some things they did was interesting. And Rise of Skywalker, I'm in limbo because I tell myself I like it, but then I have a million questions, and then I have a lot of issues with the movie. So I don't know if I like it because I didn't like Last Jedi and I just need something to like, or I don't know if I actually genuinely liked it. I don't know. I'm in limbo. Let me know what you thought of the new trilogy so far. Like overall, comment down below. Comment down below what you thought of Rise of Skywalker. I know a lot of people liked it. Some were a bit mixed. But yeah, I'm not, I don't know. Just, there's so many things they could have did better. But there is one thing, recent news that came out. Okay, Star Wars, big news. I think it was like a couple days ago, last week, whatever. Luminous is working on a bunch of High Republic Star Wars stories. Now, I thought it was going to be movie news or more TV show news, but no. They're making books. But here's the thing that irritates me about this news. Not because it's books. It's just a thought that occurred to me while watching the behind the scenes of them creating, I don't know, what do you call it? Behind the scenes or them putting together the stories. Regardless of which, why couldn't they have done this for the new trilogy? Why couldn't they have done this for the live action movies? Rogue One was good. Solo was okay. The new trilogy was okay overall. But in this video clip, look at them. They're talking about how they're taking their time to get these stories together. They're drawing sketches of the villains and what they want the heroes to look like and how do we want this story to play out. This, if they would have, why couldn't, wait, let me gather myself real quick. Sorry. Why couldn't they do this for the new trilogy, for other live action movies? Like, what's so hard about that? Because one thing I will say about the new trilogy, it could have been a lot better, but it wasn't. Why? Because it was lacking vision. Like, it was just all over the place. I just felt instead of having one director do his thing, then have a next director come in, direct Last Jedi, and as long as you don't retcon what the previous director does, you can do whatever. Show your vision. No, what you should have did, look, one or two routes. Either have one director direct the whole trilogy, or if you're going to have different directors direct, get together, create a story for 1, 2, and 3, or 7, 8, and 9, whatever. Create the story and then film it. Like that way it's like, okay, we have the story together. This is the story we're going to tell in Last Jedi. This is what we want. This is what we sat down and agreed on. No matter who's directing, the story stays the same. Now, directors can add their little signatures or whatever it is to the movie, but the story has to stay the same. I don't know. I know we're not getting another live action Star Wars film for a while. Hopefully they learn from their mistakes. I mean, granted, what the trilogy made like over $1 billion per movie, I believe, or something like that. It irritates me because Star Wars has just not been great for a long time. Now, the TV shows, thumbs up, you know, but the live action movies have been okay at best and divisive. So I don't know. It crossed my mind, and it actually irritated me that, you know, for the books, they're just so patient and taking their time and getting everybody together at Skywalker Ranch. And it's like, okay, what stories do we want to tell? How do we want to tell it? Here's our good guys. Here's our bad guys. Let's draw concept artists. They got the guy who made the concept art for Darth Maul. But when it comes to the movies, it's like, oh, well, we'll get this guy to direct. You know, it's a roll of the dice. You know, do what you want. As long as you don't retcon what this guy did, do what you want. And then the other issue is that Kathleen Kennedy gets directors and then loses them. And then, like with Solo, had directors, lost them. Then another director had to step in and, you know, start over. Like, it's just, anyway, I just hope they get it together. It's like, why can you guys put so much time, energy, and patience and love into these book stories? Which, I mean, I love to read. I'm a comic book guy. I'm just a book guy overall. So I'm not crapping on. What I am crapping on is the lack of vision for the live action movies. Whatever. Rant over, I guess. So we'll see what they do. I just don't. Anyway, I just want Star Wars to be great at the live action, on the live action level. Anyway, comment down below what you think of Palpatine being a clone. Do you think they could have fit that into the movie? Let me know what you thought of the new the new trilogy 789. Let me know what you thought of not Last Jedi. See, it done got me all stumbling. Rise of Skywalker. Let me know what you thought of Rise of Skywalker. Let me know what you think about Palpatine being a clone. Could they have fit that into the movie? I don't know, man. Let me know matter of fact, let me know what you think about Star Wars overall. What would you like to see in the future of live action Star Wars movies? There you go, because my rant is now over. So thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. Send in those movie questions. I'll answer them in the video. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.